It is the end of September and I am heading back to Aruba. Originally going to visit like two of my friends, and it's one of their birthdays, and I just kind of invited myself. But also I'm going to speak to another friend who I kind of have some feelings, like a crush on. We have had a couple different like rendezvous, I don't know. Like we've kissed a couple, almost hooked up. And, I kind of stopped it mostly because I know I had feelings and I wasn't sure their feelings, like if it was just sexual and just a hookup, or if they like had things. Like for me, if feelings are involved, it's harder for me just to hook up. And I didn't want things to get messy, so I just kind of stopped it. And it's just kind of been on my mind. But now that I'm going back and I'm there, now I'm like nervous, and I'm like, okay, Tanya, like you were thinking too much into this. They're not into you like that. They probably already have another partner. I don't know. Yeah. Heading to Aruba, and I'm just gonna ask. My mind for months now has just kind of been running. I'm hoping I have the guts and I don't chicken out to just say, hey, you know what? This has been on my mind. There was these different instances. There were a couple of things that you said. And I just need to know either way. Like, did you ever have feelings for me, like romantic feelings, or were they just sexual feelings? You know, if yes, great. If not, cool. I just need clarity. And if it's a yes, like, yes, are those feelings still there? Are they not? I don't know. So we'll see. Wish me luck. I am so tired. I went to bed at like 12:30, woke up at 2:30, left my house at 4, travel, airport, finally on the plane, blanket, and about to pass out. See you in Aruba. Alright, so finally arrived in Aruba yesterday. It was just so nice seeing them again, and just talking and clicking. And I chickened out. I didn't bring up anything about feelings or asking them if they had any feelings. Completely chickened out. So I'm hoping that on the next time we chill, like in a day or two, I need to gather the courage and the guts just to bring it up. Like I know I'm okay with either response. It's just like the anticipation of getting the responses. Like once I have it, I know I'll be okay because it is what it is. But it's like the anticipation that like is driving me crazy. And yet I'm doing it to myself because I literally could have said it the other day, asked them the other day. So my own fault. Update on me confronting someone that I'm interested in. We have seen each other once, well, technically twice. They were working. Didn't get much of a chance to obviously talk. And I don't know. I'm honestly just kind of feeling a little dumb. I've been out here for a few days and they actually haven't really made much effort to hang out. I mean, there's also things going on in their life, so I'm trying to be understanding of that, but I don't know. It's still hard not to feel hurt. I don't even know if hurt's the word. Stupid, maybe, silly. I don't know, but I'm not done trying. I'm hoping that we can see each other before I leave and have this conversation. And if not, then I really just have to, when I get home, I just have to move on. Because, like, if you were interested in someone and they were in your country, and you know they came to see you, even as just as friends, like, wouldn't you make an effort to see them? Part of me feels so dumb and stupid and hurt. Like, I don't know, I built all of this up in my head, and it's like, why, did I? But then I'm like, then my gut's like, no, you didn't. There was something there. And even if there's not anything there anymore, there was something before, so at least you came out and tried. But did I try, I don't know. I feel like I did. I'm like fucking here. Maybe I wasn't, maybe I'm still not as vocal enough. I don't know. think it's just I'm also about to get my period too, so I think that's why I'm a little bit more emotional. Like, I'm definitely feeling a little bit more sad. I've been cramping though, so I know I'm getting my period soon. I don't know. I don't know. I am at the Aruba airport, leaving, going back to the States. And unfortunately, I never got to meet up with that person and talk to them or anything. There like just wasn't a good moment, I guess. And I kind of feel like, I don't know, I want to wonder like why we didn't get a chance to meet up or, you know, any of that. But like, and I've created like 100 different scenarios in my head of like what their thoughts are, what's going on in their lives or anything like that. And, you know, I just have to let it go now. You know, I was out here and it didn't happen. So I guess no love lost, and I just have to go home now. And I have to put this in a little box and put the lid on it and let it go. It's just gonna be hard for me, you know, like I'm definitely a person who I like to just know whys. Like, why was it hard for us to meet up? Why was it so, why? But I can't know, you know? And so the best I can do is just, you know, try to have empathy. They must just have other things going on in their mind or life or whatever that I am not privy to, and, you know, just chalk it up to that. I feel better now. I feel like I can take I don't feel better, but I feel like I can maybe take dating a little bit more seriously now when I head back home. So I've been back home from Aruba for over a month now, and almost 2 months. And finally, just kind of, you know, while talking with my friend who I was romantically interested in, it's funny because they were actually telling me that their ex was back in the picture, and I kind of felt a little like, So I was like, well, I'm starting to date. Well, come to find out, they were just talking about their ex coming back in the picture as just like friends and nothing more. And so I felt like I stuffed my foot, and they're like, well, who are you dating? And what, blah, 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 tell me. And I'm like, oh, well, you know, I've only gone on 2 dates so far. And, you know, and I was like, well, let me throw this in now. And I was like, well, I was trying to date you, but you weren't trying to see me when I was out there. You know, you had said something that had always kind of stuck in my mind, and I just didn't know if you were trying to say that as like a fuckboy and just trying to get my pants, or if you did have like romantic feelings for me, and, you know, and just kind of was going off of that. And they're like, you think too much, and they're like, you know, we could have been something, but our time has passed. And I'm like, could have been something? When and how? Because you surely never... I said, I expressed my feelings to you on multiple occasions, and you never reciprocated that. So how could we have been something when I didn't know that you had feelings as well? And, you know, they brought up the time we almost hooked up, and I'm like, yeah. And they're like, you weren't into it. And I'm like, I was into it so much. That's why I couldn't hook up with you. I was into it so much that I could, like, when I really like someone, I'm just not sleeping with them, because then what does that mean? For them, it could just be a hookup, and for me, it's nothing. But anyways, you know, and then they're like, you know what, you're right. Like, I didn't feel like you were into it. And then when you did voice your concerns, I didn't give you any reassurances. But, you know, I do think our time has passed, and I do think we'll be better just as friends. And I think it's good if we just keep it like this. And, you know, I tried just one more time. I'm like, well, tell me, because, you know, I can make Aruba happen just as easily as I can make Colombia happen. You know, I can do Aruba instead. And kind of just laughed, and I'm like, okay, they're so not into me. Let me just stop before I make another fool of myself. So yeah, part of it hurts, but you know what? At the end of the day, they are a really good friend. I do care about them deeply, not just romantically, but as a friend as well. So, and since I have started dating again, and I actually have really connected with the person I'm dating, it just kind of naturally, like, you know, I like this person in Aruba, but time has passed, and what am I going to do? There's nothing I can do other than say, okay, love you, putting my romantic feelings for you in a compartment. And I'm going to open myself up for love from someone else.